Okay, so in my personal opinion, Monday Night Raw was not that bad. It was a pretty good show overall. It was a wrestling program. If I gotta be a jerk and pull something out that I didn't like, let me see. Where's my list at? Here it is. Nope, it's gone. Somebody stole my list. All the tag teams tonight. All the tag teams on the main roster. Street Profits, Heavy Machinery, Ryder and Hawkins, Revival, fucking Viking Raiders. All of them, Ascension as well. All of them, you don't get the titles. You don't get to compete for the titles. Instead, we're going to do another Frankenstein against our Frankenstein champions. Fuck you, tag division. Fuck you. Let's mark out.
We are going to watch Battlegrounds, drink some Diet Pepsis, and talk about the Ascension.
I'm not angry. What the?
The longest-running weekly overproduced, under-talented, episodic, sometimes echoing, often infighting wrestling podcast.
All right, so here we go.
Was that our opening?
No, I'm sorry. I got caught up with something. So, okay.
Take two.
Yeah. I could hear myself for a minute. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry about that. All right. So for the cold open.
Take two.
For the cold open, yeah, I totally had my list in front of me. I thought somebody stole it. My list of tag teams.
Yeah, we totally got it.
Yeah. So welcome to Marked Out Wrestling Podcast, episode 428. Maybe that's what it is. We're going to react to Monday Night Raw tonight. And, yeah, we're going to talk about Raw. And we're going to have some fun. Because why not? Adam Bomb, Brian the Heavy.
What's going on?
Hey.
Bionic Brian, I should say.
Yep.
All right.
That's me.
We're streaming live on YouTube, and we are on Facebook. Maybe, I don't know.
Are we?
We're on iTunes,
Twitch.
We're on Podbean, Twitch. Maybe that's happening.
Twitch.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
we're there. Yeah.
Executive producer on fire
Yeah,
with the open tonight.
we're all over the place. I'm taking a more laxed attitude. Not
Clearly.
as intense. Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. This is more like a conversational show, right? Let's just talk about shit.
Teddy's on to you. He says you only look 55 now instead of 59.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. That's an improvement. I like that. So tonight's Raw saw some ups and some downs. We saw some great matches. We're going to talk about those. We saw some questionable storylines. We're going to talk about those. We saw some improvements. We saw some backtracks. So a good mixture of I think a good wrestling program. When you can complain about some and like some stuff, I think that's a good formula. Just a kick-ass show all the time would be fucking exhausting. Or it would be great. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, we got a board, too, a live board. Who's on a live board?
Hey, there you go. That's what I was trying to say.
I knew what you were. I said I'd get there.
Rocky's on the board. Bang Bus is here. Soji, Sealer Stout, Teddy, Two Stone Heart is here.
Hey, Teddy.
And Stykler there as well. Jesu Ark, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back.
So just to cover a couple things that I see you guys asking us on the live board, and we got some emails about it, too, and some posts and whatnot. Last week, the house next to ours got their cable installed, and a jack nuts cut my line, and then I was out of no cable line for 3 days, so we couldn't stream. So sorry about that. We made up for it with a Thursday show. Go back and listen to that. So that happened, and I see some
You'll
people...
hear me gloat later on about that Thursday show where I predicted what happened tonight.
And yes, to get it out there, we are excited about living in Charlotte because we have AEW coming. Clash of Champions in a few weeks. AEW, got some other cool stuff coming up. So, yeah, we're excited about it. We plan on going to all that stuff. So, yeah, it's cool.
PWX has some good shows coming up, too.
I don't plan on going to PWX.
$5 Wrestling? Fucking Joey Janela?
Yeah.
I'll go
It's
see
really good.
$5 Wrestling with Juan, who just got to the board late.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome, Juan.
Hey,
All right.
Juan.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to run through Monday Night Raw. But real quick, as you were going to prepare for Monday Night Raw, I had this going in a certain direction, and I totally screwed it up. I got to rewind this.
Why?
And
What?
start. I was trying to do a plug, and I just went the wrong rabbit hole. So we'll just say this:
He took the blue
if
pill.
you're looking for some really cool shirts to buy, or hats, or coffee mugs, whatever, markedoutgear.com is our personal website where we put our own concepts on there. You can go browse through Brian's designs and my designs. and buy a shirt.
Even got some fun parodies out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We got some great ideas we're coming up with. So keep coming back, keep looking for stuff. You asked me for hoodies. It's about to be that time of year.
Oh, yeah.
Get you some hoodies. We got them on there. Markedoutgear.com. 10% off if you use the promo code MARKEDOUT. All one word, two words. It doesn't matter there. You know where it does matter, though? collarandelbowbrand.com.
Oh.
So if you want to go there and get some cool workout gear or some wrestling attire from Al Snow's his brand, you can put the word marked out, all one word, promo code marked out, all one word, 10% off your full order there. So there's some ways you can help support the podcast. We certainly would appreciate that. Now let's play the game that we always play on Monday Night Raw. That's going to be...
You good?
You good? You good? You good?
You good?
All right, so here we go. Adam's going to run down Raw. Not necessarily all chronologically, but, for the most part.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things
Sure.
that were on multiple segments here, so we're just going to cover them all at once whenever they come up.
Right, and if Brian didn't want to talk about it, Brian says, what do you say, Brian?
I'll say Yo soy bueno.
Yeah, and same for me. And if we all don't want to talk about it, fuck it, we move on. All right. So, board, if you want to throw your idea, if you're good, you can put good. That's cool. If you're like, wait, no, I got a good point for this. Make sure it's a good point, and we'll read it. Otherwise, we're moving right past that shit.
Well,
Right
Adam,
past it.
that's not true. Adam will read anything.
That is true. That is true.
He is the madman behind the
Ron
keyboard.
Burgundy.
Do what now?
Right, what? Do what? Okay.
Do we take calls still?
No. It was fun for a while, but people
Remember that
started
one guy
using
that
it.
ruined
I
it
feel
for
like we
everyone?
should bring that
Ruined.
back. I feel like we
Ruined.
should bring that back.
Ruined.
All right.
Ruined. Road.
No?
Brian wants to bring it
Road.
back.
Yeah.
Every time Rob tries
What's
to make
the
a
vote?
point.
Point.
Vote. Let's vote on it.
Ruined point.
Bring it back.
The phones?
Yeah. Thumbs up. Oh, 2 out of 1.
Yeah,
it's
Chuck
such a
Norris.
fucking-
I got the Chuck Norris vote.
Didn't I just call over and over and over?
That's not
and
true.
interrupt,
Mad-
and then
you're
interrupt
just mad
me.
because it was you that was
It
the
was.
one that was the victim.
Yeah, I'm fucking vain like that.
I forgot
Hey,
about that, actually.
this is you good.
Yeah, that's right.
You good?
Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is doing this. Sasha Banks is doing that. She's gone for 4 months.
You're such a fucking hater.
You ready to talk about this?
He didn't hate on it yet.
No, he did in tone.
No, he didn't.
Right? He
I
was like,
totally.
Sassy Banks,
I
Sassy Banks,
I thought I was laying it on pretty thick.
oh, no,
Rob,
it was pretty bad.
Rob got it.
It was
Well,
total
yeah.
shit. Total shithead
Well,
stuff.
fuck me then.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Sasha Banks comes out and addresses as a heel.
Yeah, I mean, I just
What's
was
wrong with
happy
that?
to see Pat Buck.
Pat Buck.
Yep.
Who the fuck is what? Who?
That's all that mattered.
Who's
He's,
Pat
he's,
Buck?
he's a new producer that they just hired.
Yeah, he was out there because the women don't get
Wait, no.
security to separate them.
So-
Only Rhonda does.
So you're going to talk about Pat Buck, but
He
you're not
just wanted to name drop. That's all.
Finley
okay.
was there too.
Sasha Banks put on a promo, right?
Right.
Looking all
Oh,
good.
Yeah, she did.
Looking all good too, but this gives some props real quick. Some looking good.
Well,
Guns are popping.
ring shape, right?
No, she looked good in good shape.
No. Yeah, I mean, he's right. I mean, I'm not even talking. I don't even think, to be clear, Rob, you're not talking about like giggity. Her arms look good. Like she looked.
She's
like,
in great. Well, both.
Yeah.
She's in great shape, and she was looking great. Giggity. But yeah, no, great guns were popping. But so we saw this more calculated kind of evil character she's going for. I don't want to say evil, especially with somebody like Bray on the roster. Bad guy, but very calculated. I thought it was good, and I thought using the 4 months she was out and turning that to her favor. I thought that worked out for the storyline.
Yeah.
Well, turning it to her favor, the one thing I did like about this, Rob, is one thing I would talk about is she owned it. Brian, she owned everything. She goes, yeah, I was crying at WrestleMania because I was in a match I didn't care about, in a storyline I didn't care about.
Owned it.
So,
And yeah, I went away for 4 months, and
do you think there's any truth to that?
It doesn't matter.
Well,
I mean,
yes,
no,
it does.
no, it
Yes,
doesn't.
it does.
The
I mean,
perception
there has to be at least enough of
Because
it.
that was the rumor
If
that was
she
going
can-
around
yeah,
when
she
You
she
can prove
left.
60% of that happened.
That's you being the ultra smart
Sure.
that you are.
Sure.
But if she can flip it to whatever story she wants, but owns it and delivers it as real as possible, who cares?
Yeah.
If she can use it to entertain me, I'm down. I don't care what the real
And I
reason
like
It
that
was.
was
she
the
kinda-
only
I
part
like-
I liked about this, Brian, was the fact that she owned it.
And that she kind of shit on Rhonda.
Oh, I love
yeah,
that.
but
that
I
was
mean,
great. Yeah.
Ronda deserves every bit of shit she gets.
So, I mean,
And by the way, in the match, Natty tapped and got her ass kicked after again by Sasha.
that was unnecessary. I thought I guess to close it out, sure. I hope it's not a continuation of it. If it is, whatever, let Sasha beat her down one more time. But I just want to point it out there that, for those of you guys who did not watch NXT, and there are a lot of people out there who did not watch NXT, and you did not get to enjoy the heel Sasha from NXT, then you truly have not seen, I think, her best character that she's ever had. So the heel character Sasha, I welcome this. I'm really excited about what they could do with it, and with Paul Heyman at the helm, Paul Heyman's a good producer when it comes to making heels look strong. That's why I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Plus, it seems like they're kind of taking the reins off of Sasha, right?
Was Roman her doing it?
No. He's talking about the promo. It felt less scripted.
Was he
Yeah,
like?
because
the thing is her
she was
pauses,
here when all that
though.
shit was going on still.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but now I made a comment, Rob.
You did.
And
You-
Rocky
many
says
times.
the same thing here. You know, I didn't like her promo. I thought that everybody trailed off and forgot about her. You said no, that's just you, and the crowd did.
Well, you
stay
said
with
that.
her.
You said that 2 words in. To be fair.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, you did.
it
No,
wasn't
you,
that soon.
Brian.
We're back to this.
Yeah.
It
We're
wasn't
back
that
to fucking
soon.
this.
It wasn't
Trying to
that
avoid
soon.
this.
Fuck Natty is all I want to say.
Oh God.
No, look, I don't think her promo was the best one she's ever put on. But it was,
That was pretty damn good.
But it was a good promo.
The content.
I've
was
heard
good, the
fucking way
owning it,
worse.
but in terms of the way she said it,
But she wasn't
always-
yelling at people. She was more talking.
I don't know.
You just want to hate.
Yeah.
You know.
He just
whatever.
misses Dean Ambrose, is what he's
A little
trying
bit
to say.
on the board. Rocky says Sasha's new look is very toned. She looked great. Her
Yeah.
facial expressions were good.
Yes.
But promo was trash.
What?
Soji said
come
it's
on,
not
Natty.
trash.
Sasha made Natty decent and not a waste of time for once. But it needs to move on. Yes, Soji, for however many weeks,
What the fuck?
focal point has been Studio Cat.
Oh,
on
Studio
the rise.
Cat.
The focal point has been on Sasha and Natty. Why wasn't Becky out tonight? Why wasn't that? It should be building towards Sasha and Becky. Natty, at this point, needs to be an afterthought.
Here we go again. This is this never-ending circle of hypocrisy from all of us. Once again, we see him every damn week. Why can't we have it?
No.
Why can't we stagger them out? And then we stagger them out. Well, where the hell were they?
No. I'm not. You're jumping ahead. My
I'm not.
point
I'm
is,
jumping right on board.
I'm saying get rid of. Yes, you're right. Bring Becky. She's fine to be off tonight.
Yeah.
I'm saying just get rid of Natty. Put anybody in this position. Put Dana Brooke in this
Well,
position.
you can't. No, that's
Lacey. Boom.
not. Sure. Okay, let her beat up
Sasha
Lacey.
beat her
fucking
ass.
nasties.
No,
and
but
send her home twice.
you can't. In no reality, as much as we might not like or appreciate Natty, in no reality are you going to get destroyed in 1 week and have somebody disrespect your father and all that shit, and then just not show up.
Yeah.
Well, that okay.
I mean,
that
come
was
on.
2 weeks ago, Rob. She
Okay.
showed up last week. I
But
know
she's
we
gotta
didn't have
come-
a podcast.
she's gotta come
now
back.
Here it is, the
Okay.
third week with Natty. Is my point.
But
put anybody else out there.
Okay. All right.
Is this a Natty rivalry or is this a Becky rivalry?
I think
is
you're
my
reading
point.
too. I don't think it matters. It's gonna be This is just a thing. It's gonna go away.
Fine.
This
I'm
is
good.
this is just developing
Could
Sasha.
be. Yeah. Well, it's long-term booking. You think maybe, huh?
Natty and Sasha? No.
Maybe
This
after Bailey.
This is character development for Sasha. Make her a heel.
But there's got to be a payoff, right? She's got to have. I don't know.
No, the payoff is not till she gets her next feud or maybe the third feud will be the payoff. This is just to develop her character. All right.
Street Profits. They're out. We'll talk about obviously the King of the Ring matches as we get to them. But the Street Profits are out here pushing King of the Ring and the U.S. title match that'll be the main event. But they also tell us, Rob, graphic please. They tell us about the 8-man tag team turmoil match.
Right.
And they tease us with team number 8, which we thought might be them getting the smoke, but it's the Frankenstein.
It's like Stockholm syndrome now with them. Like when they first came on and they were like, "Oh, they're doing the backstage promo. It's a good way to introduce them." And then we're like, "No, they got to get them in the ring." Okay, this is 5 weeks in. They got to get them in the ring, and then they're still doing it in the backstage. And now you're like, "Okay, well, I guess I'm just okay. This is what it is. Do your best at it. I guess." Are they plugging for NXT? Is NXT still going to be a developmental thing? Are they going to go back to NXT full time? Are they still calling people up? I mean,
Are they
is
just
it-
going to wait till NXT?
is this the
They're
first-
going to be doing this till NXT premieres?
Maybe. Is this the first talent from NXT
But then-
that should be moved up to not be moved up?
Why take the belts off of them, right? I mean, you'd have
That's
to think.
the even more confusing part, Brian.
Are you setting up for War Games that way? To keep them on to War Games to do one more thing with them in the cage?
'Cause-
Or are you setting up a rivalry to start the new TV program with?
You'd think that they would, like, when they took the belts off, you'd think that they would have already known about the USA deal, right? So, like, why do that and then not move them
maybe
up?
maybe it
to
just
keep them
wasn't
back in
finalized,
NXT?
Brian.
Yeah.
Maybe
come on.
they wanted to keep it close to the vest.
I think they probably brought him up for a reason, and then in the middle of that reason, things changed with the USA thing, and it got official, and they're like, maybe we should just keep him on NXT.
I wish there was a way that we could figure that out.
Juan says the Street Profits
What the fuck?
have become hype men for life.
But you know what? It's not a bad gig right now.
They're
I
not.
don't hate it.
They're not sucking at it.
No,
I mean,
not at
it's
all.
been
They're
good.
not sucking at it, but I would almost rather they. I don't know why are they kissing everybody else's ass in their promos?
They're not. They're
No,
storytelling.
they're
They're
story-
narrators,
yeah.
essentially.
Sometimes
They're
it works
exactly.
really well. Sometimes it doesn't.
They're fucking Vincent Price. They're
I don't know.
narrators.
And that the second one where Dawkins was asleep, that was funny. But the second one tonight where Dawkins,
That was fine. They were in New Orleans. What, I mean, cheap pop. What's wrong with that?
all right, well,
Does that mean he was showing his tits, or he had tits showing?
that's
to
what
him?
that's what I thought, bro.
When you have
Thank
beads, I've never been
He
to Mardi
had the
Gras.
beads,
It depends
like
on
he
how many
showed
beads
it.
he had. I mean, if he had a bunch of beads and
He had
he's
a
got
bunch.
less, then
But like,
he
is
was
he
showing
collecting them, or is he the one flashing?
You know, it
What's
could be
happening?
it could be both.
It doesn't matter.
That's true.
It
Braun
could be a-
Strowman
I
was
can
in a
consider
box.
that.
It could be a share program.
Just remember, at the end, the Street Profits' second promo ended with Braun Strowman just appearing out of a box.
All right, board.
Let's see. Lay Cool trying to come back. They've been on Twitter tweeting about a comeback. That's from Iron Meds. I don't
Cool,
know what
thanks.
that has to
Who,
do.
like, cool?
Yeah.
Fuck
And
yeah.
Soji says, sorry, Robin, I'm getting tired of these profit promos. The camera mistakenly shot them looking like they are not into it anymore.
That's true.
Now, he does have a point. The camera did not cut away, and Montez off
he was-
camera went. No,
no,
but he went
I
like,
saw
are we
it.
off? And Dawkins even lost his rhythm too. Like,
No.
they got a bad
This-
signal from the crew.
This is an example of a 100% Smark overreaction. This is what it is. They're both completely into it. Trust me, they're both completely into it. Number one, and number
It's
two.
just a mistake
Okay,
of the
I'm still
editing
talking.
camera.
I'm still talking. I'm still talking. Number two, it was somebody fucking signaling to Montez, probably Pritchard, saying, "Okay, we're wrapped," and he's like, oh, "Okay, we're good."
no,
That's
I don't
what-
think so.
No, I 100% agree
Yeah, no.
with Rob. The truck didn't cut when the live director cut.
No, you keep going until someone tells you not to.
Probably, and that's why they're supposed to stare off into space, but these guys are newer. I still think that whoever the live crew guy was gave them a cue, and the truck did not catch up. That's all.
Yeah, it's a simple mistake. Anybody who's reading into this more than that, you're
good.
talking to
Brian,
hear yourself.
Brian,
good.
you see it all the time when you have those other Rob. Though you have those people that do the promo and they end it with them just staring off into space for like way too long because the truck hasn't caught
Yeah.
up.
Can I just say
It
this?
happens all the time.
You ever see the glitches in video games where like a guy just kind of walks through the wall?
Wreck-It
Like where did he
Ralph?
come from? Well, Wreck-It Ralph's a little different, obviously.
It was a
I mean,
glitch.
like the glitches where they just like Grand Theft Auto, where somebody just like walked through the wall instead of the door. That's what Braun did tonight with the Profit segment, where he just
He was
like
just over there.
He's just like I'll just walk through the wall magically,
Yeah,
and
I'm just
I'm
gonna
on my
appear here.
way.
That made no sense.
That was bad staging. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, all right. Next up, we're finally into the King of the Ring. First match here: Drew versus Ricochet. Great match.
Wow.
Match of the night?
Wow.
Maybe?
We'll get
Contender?
there. That's an
We'll
award,
argue,
Brian.
we'll argue.
I think there could be an argument tonight for a couple different ones, but this told a good story, and man, the fans were into it.
Oh, this won the crowd over big time. They were emotionally involved in that one. Let me tell you something.
Very invested. I love New Orleans.
I know a Ricochet match, pretty much of any type, is a fun match. Ricochet matches just get people excited about wrestling. They really do, and that's a rare talent. So good for Ricochet there, right? But you cannot take any credit away from Drew McIntyre in this match. Drew McIntyre looked about as good as he has since he's been on the main roster.
Big man can move.
Rob, did it
yeah.
hurt him to lose clean though?
No, not at all. Not in a match like this. And when you have a match like this, it's a WrestleMania quality match. And both guys,
Well, I don't know about WrestleMania.
I think it could be lately. As
Well,
of
what
late.
about-
Pay-per-view quality, I'll give
Okay.
you.
Greatest Rumble ever? That's
Okay.
like
So
Mania.
but you have
or
two guys-
as good as.
You have two guys giving an awesome match and a great effort, and the crowd gets emotionally involved. At that point, nobody loses. Nobody who loses that match actually loses. You know what I mean? You okay? But so for me, I don't know. Adam's typing and you're doing side.
I was sorry.
You always type on the board. Stop typing on the
A
board.
second ago, you told me not to interrupt you, so I'm letting you speak by typing on the board. Now you're mad at me. You
No,
gotta pick a side, man.
obviously my conversation was winding to an end there, and I was
Pick a
looking for
side,
someone
bro.
to pick it up, and you were just like
I had
off.
my mouth was full.
Stike Leather's here. He'll pick it up. He says, Drew vs. Ricochet was great. I hope he makes it to the finals. and that is where he won the North American title from Adam Cole.
Wait, what?
What?
Stike, check the tape. Comparing Raw to video game glitches, yeah, it was that bad tonight. Iron Med says.
It was not that bad.
No.
There was that one part that was that bad. The
If you-
Braun
He's
Strowman.
saying overall.
If you
I
blinked,
know he is.
If you blinked, you'd miss it. That was such a small fucking.
Yeah.
Aside
detail.
from the women's stuff, I
I thought it was a good Raw. I mean, my God, people. The abuse that we've been through lately, this was a good Raw.
Because
What do you
of
mean
that,
abuse,
though.
man?
Wait,
I'm talking about the 6 months of we can't even watch this
to
anymore.
be fair, Rob.
Yeah.
To be fair, with the 6 months of we can't watch anymore, have we lowered our expectations to
No.
the point where this is blowing us away when it's only mediocre?
Maybe I will give 30% to that. I would say there's a possibility that 30% of that is just God, it's better than it was. But I do see I see genuine effort at a actual wrestling program.
So it's a 50, and we think it's an 80.
No, I think it's more like a 60, and we might see a 70, 75.
Okay. I know I'm the Jew.
I
so
go on the
math,
opposite way.
30%. If it's a 60.
Okay, don't start that with me. Don't do that. don't do that.
All right, on the board, Soji says,
Fucking
great
do
for
math.
Ricochet
I
and
know.
the wise choice, but what does it do to Drew's stock yet again? That's what
Again,
I wanted
doesn't
on
matter.
the clean loss.
Let me tell you something.
His shit he's been dumped by
No,
Shane.
you so-
He's lost
God.
the series to Cedric.
It is
now he's
such-
lost to Ricochet.
It is such short thinking. I'm sorry, and I've been there too. And as I look at myself and what I'm hearing right now, the whole it's a clean loss. We are so enamored with clean loss. This was a great match, not only in the actual wrestling product, but also Drew stood on his own. He didn't have a faction. He didn't have somebody there supporting him. He went out and he had an actual wrestling match. I thought it was great. How does this hurt Drew in any manner?
He's just sour. You're being sour.
Rocky kind of agrees with you, Rob, in a much better way. He says Drew walking away on his own 2 feet to the back on Cam helps him strong even in defeat. My thing
And
is,
Ricochet's on top of the world right now. So
my thing more than the clean is where's Drew now that he's on his own going? Because his promos are, Brian, very Bray Wyatt-esque, and what I'll say there is how he's unbeatable, and then he goes out and loses to a guy way smaller, Cedric, and then he does what to follow it up? He loses to a guy way smaller, Ricochet.
That's the thing.
That's all I'm saying.
The match was great. I don't think it hurt his stock, but the only thing that I would have maybe tweaked was have him do a beatdown or something afterwards.
Yes.
He's the Scottish psychopath, right? So
yes, he
have
should
him
have.
fucking be
There
crazy.
you go. Exactly. Thank you, Brian. That's a great idea. Just have him be pissed about the loss and go after.
I think
Ricochet something.
I think that's too easy.
This humanizes him, though. Him just sitting there, just looking at Ricochet.
Like I can't
staring.
believe he just beat me. Like
Well,
this
that
really
too,
fucking
yeah,
happened.
He's
Well, that's
now
true,
not
yeah.
in any fucking story whatsoever. Drew
Okay.
is in no relation
Good.
to it.
Then that is a good. This is a good time, as good a time as any to reset Drew in some kind of way. Reset him. He's had the big loss here, so all of his storylines are done. He just had a good match to kind of end what he's been. Now give him some time off. Give him a month, off, and then bring him back, reset him, and see if something else can work. Under Paul Heyman, because right now we're still feeling the Vince McMahon Drew, right?
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I think tonight was a difference. I think tonight he stood on his own and he had a great match. Losing, whatever. Ricochet's on his shit hot right now. You don't want to kill Ricochet's fucking vibe. He's fucking going. Ricochet, if he was a couple more years in, this would be a Ricochet Rumble win Mania main event. I mean, if he's 3 more years in, I think it would definitely be this kind of year.
So real quick, a couple things on the board. Drew, let's see. The high flyers are starting to look all the same. Iron Med says same moves. It's easy to say that because they're all from the top rope, but they're not necessarily the same. And nobody does the 630. So you can't say that.
Ricochet is unique. There's high flyers all over the place. Sure, that's fine.
But
Jack
also
Evans
Iron
does.
Med says, Brian, you might know this dirt
What?
sheet. He says ever since The Rock praised Drew, he's been getting buried.
Again,
What?
with
What
the
is that?
Barry thing.
Yeah, he didn't Barry. Who's Barry?
Justin's back. He says, give Drew 3 months off, have him come back. I don't
Yeah.
mind that.
Why does everyone want to give him fucking time off?
It
Who says
worked for
Drew-
fucking
No,
Sasha.
Who says Drew wants
It
time
worked
off?
for Sasha.
Yeah, because Sasha wanted to fucking take her ball and go home. Maybe
If
Drew doesn't want-
they say to him, "Hey, we're
He
gonna,"
literally said that.
if they say to him, "Hey, we're gonna give you a month off," right? You still get your base pay, month off, And when you come back, we're going to reset your character, and we're going to take you in this direction. It's going to premiere you more in an individual light, and I think will be good for your long-term story for your character. I think Drew would look at that and go, okay, let's do that. Let's take a month. I'll pull it back from TV. And then, and besides that, even if he didn't say okay, it's not his fucking call.
All right, so what about this? Send him. NXT. NXT.
No.
You want to have bigger names on their debut?
Drew was not.
Oh my God, what is that?
Drew was never.
Studio Cat ran like crazy.
Drew was never in NXT. I don't care what you say. I like Drew, but he was never big in NXT. He won the belt. That was fine. The run was very unmemorable. Drew as a character in NXT was not good. Don't send him back there. He is definitely more of a main roster TV kind of guy.
So people are going to go back there. You know they're going to get sucked into fucking the whole NXT and USA deal.
I mean, sure.
He might be one of them. That's all I'm saying.
I don't.
All I'm saying.
No. Roman's going to go kill it on the third show.
As Miyake?
I hate to say this, but I like something Bang Bus says here. His thoughts. He says, "What about sending him to NXT UK for a while? Have him fight Walter."
Because he's too
stuff like that.
I think he's too big.
And Walter is too tied up as Rey Mysterio's son right now. So
I mean, I guess you could. I don't know.
Good.
All right, so next up we have, this is a long-ass topic, probably going to be longer than the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
what?
I guess we'll get there.
what are we doing?
We forgot to, just real quick, Ricochet's fighting Samoa Joe next week.
Pew, pew.
Before we move on, who's your winner real quick?
This is a tough tournament. I don't know, Brian. You go ahead. I don't know yet.
Ooh, my heart wants Joe because every single time I feel like we've been let down as far as them pushing him, and then he always kind of gets the rug taken out from him. So, but I think it's going to be Ricochet.
I think Ricochet has all the makings of a Cinderella loser in the finals.
I wish I had the brackets in front of me because we were talking.
It's right over here somewhere.
It's right there.
We were talking about, is it going to be heel face, heel face, heel face, heel face, heel face all over the place?
Which it very easily could be.
It absolutely could be.
What are you pointing at?
Because, Cedric, it's going to be Cedric and Corbin now. So that's heel face. And it's going to be Joe and Ricochet. That's heel face. And then on the other side, what we got? So we got, did Gable already do his? Shelton and Gable?
So tomorrow is Gable and Benjamin.
Okay, and Ali and Buddy Murphy.
Yes.
Here you go.
There it is, Rob.
There it is, Rob.
This is the way it started.
Okay.
We might as well, let's just go into it. It's not what we were going to talk about next, but let's just do it now.
Yeah.
Baron and Miz is the other match. While we're on the topic, I don't have much to say about this match other than it was a good match, but I would like to talk about the bracket.
Okay, I do too. I just want to give some props because we always shit on Baron Corbin. I
don't think not lately we haven't been.
Well, I'm just saying, if you look at the vast percentage of us shitting on him versus not, in the long run, we have shitted him a lot.
Hey,
so anyway,
all hail King Corbin. That's what he said tonight.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to do my thought. I want to give props. I thought his look tonight worked for him. I thought he was solid in the ring, and I thought his promo was solid. So, Baron Corbin, I think, is definitely growing in every aspect of the business. So I'm not a fan.
Growing, yes.
I don't want to see him highlighted.
Where have I seen black jeans and a black tank top?
I can't even do it. Is that Dean Ambrose?
Yeah, that's good.
Elbow man?
Yeah, that's good. Don't say that.
Oh, I pissed off a bunch of marks.
MRSA.
I pissed off everyone.
I learned how MRSA is spelled.
That's not right.
Okay, so the bracket. Go ahead.
So we just talked about it. So we got Joe versus Ricochet as your top half of the Raw semifinals. And then you have Cedric now waiting in the wings. He's going to fight Miz Baron Corbin winner, which it turned out to be Corbin. King Corbin is going to fight Cedric Alexander. Who's your winner there? Because if Ricochet wins against Joe and we go heel face, Rob, then Baron's going to beat Cedric.
I'm trying to think about what the best King would be. That's how I'm picking.
Right.
That's how you should pick.
Right.
I don't agree with that. I don't disagree with that.
So we got Elias. On
the other side, Elias is fighting.
Right.
But
I'm walking through it. So who won? Andrade won?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, against Apollo.
Andrade.
And this match is tomorrow, Gable and Benjamin.
Okay. So Andrade, Ricochet, or Joe or Corbin. I mean, those could all be good kings.
Or
Andrade? Yeah, I can't see him being fucking.
What about King Ali?
No, that'd be boring. No, I'm sorry. I think Joe could be fun. Ricochet could be a good face king.
I don't see Joe as it. I feel like Baron is like
Baron would be the
really-
one that oozes the hate, Brian.
And we got a little sample of it tonight.
King Joe.
King
King
Corbin.
Joe.
All hail King Corbin is how he exited after beating
But
Miz.
look, I'm saying he's getting better, but he still makes shit boring when
the
it comes to
board all says
storylines.
the same thing, though. They said it's going to be Corbin.
Well, that's fine. But I'm trying to say who would be the best king of the ones left. That's what I'm asking. Who would be the best? The best
Corbin.
king.
Corbin,
You
I
think he'd be
is
the
one,
best one?
I think out of the group,
Dude,
he's the one who could use
He was
the
just
gimmick
in the
the
main
best.
event picture not long ago, and we were dreading every fucking show.
Who-
and you're going to
but
give him a
this-
main
This
storyline?
isn't like before,
He's got
Rob.
a new look. He shaved his head more.
No,
His head was
that's-
nice
But
and
Rob,
shiny.
Rob, this isn't like before.
Fucking lame.
Old King of the Ring, you got a title shot at SummerSlam. SummerSlam's just in the rearview mirror. This is for nothing other than a gimmick.
Exactly.
So
who do you want
King
to be the
Corbin
king?
can come in. He doesn't have to fight for a belt. He doesn't have to brag about making Kurt Angle tap 6 months ago.
Oh, and then have him become like a fucking Republican and have him like kind of go
There
like
you
that.
go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go King Joe.
I wish it was King Joe, but it's just not going to happen.
King Joe. All hail.
Bangla says King Shorty G.
Joe King.
Oh.
King Ali, fabulous he. That's Trollberg.
Ruler Joe.
So now's the long topic. Well, one of the two long topics we have left. Seth, Braun, tag belts, U.S. contender, AJ versus Braun for the U.S. championship. So that what? Braun could have 3 matches?
Do you have a William Shatner moment there?
Yeah, I don't know.
AJ
what that-
Braun.
No,
Swiss championship.
think about it, though.
Yeah.
Tonight's booking was supposed to have us potentially believe they should have waited, but Braun is going to win the U.S. title. It's Clash of Champions, Brian. Every belt's defended.
Every single one.
He's going to defend the tag titles. He's going to challenge Seth for the Universal, and he's going to have to defend the U.S.
I wish. I wish he would have got the belt from AJ just so I could see that.
No.
I would love to say. I'm sorry. I don't know how. Some people might say it's
3 Braun matches.
Some people might say it's the stupidest thing ever, and it would be so dumb. But to have 3 Braun matches and him walk out with 3 belts, I would be down.
He's from North Carolina,
Yeah,
right? So he's got the hometown crowd behind him.
from Charlotte. Yeah,
Not from Charlotte.
It's not like
He's-
Jeff
he,
Hardy.
he worked here,
It's
lived
not
here.
like Ric Flair who could play the hometown card. Hell, Charlotte Flair could play the hometown card more than fucking Braun Strowman.
I know. I'm not giving too much weight to it. Don't get all involved
I'm
in it.
yelling at Brian, not you.
We've
We've
never had a 3 belt holder. Wouldn't this be the perfect
That's not
storm?
true.
Who?
Speaking of Lance Storm,
Lance Storm was a 3 belt holder.
WCW he was, and
What 3 belts?
let's see, U.S.
24/7
TV
championship,
and
European
Lance Storm was not
24/7.
he changed the hardcore to like the
72 hours.
Saskatchewan.
Lance Storm was not the U.S. champion of WCW.
Oh, okay. Are we? Go on with your show.
Well,
Go on with your
if
show.
it was, I wasn't watching then.
Can our intern actually fact check that?
We don't have one.
Stike says Braun's winning the title, the U.S. title at Clash of Champions. He's calling it now, so he still thinks that there's chance that there's 3 matches for Braun.
I think it's intriguing. I think it's more intriguing, not just because Braun could have 3 belts, but can you imagine if Braun and Seth retain the tag titles, and then Braun wins the Universal title? Just the chemistry they could have between them two in storyline, I think could be fascinating.
I'm just fascinated by it being something different. We've had contender and champion be tag champs before. That's not new. Having them defend their tag titles on the
WCW.
same night they're going to fight each other, that's something new. The possibilities are much crazier there.
Yeah.
Like, what if they defend the titles
What if?
and then Braun wins? So they're still associated with each other. Do they get a rematch, etc.? Stike Leather says, check the tape. Lance won the Cruiserweight, U.S. and tag title.
Shut
in
up,
WCW.
Stike.
Oh, Cruiser. That's what it was. Sorry.
Okay, so you were wrong,
Well,
but you were right.
I was right.
I just asked had it ever been done before.
And
Well,
Iron
there you
Meds is giving you a project, Brian.
What's that?
He says every time Braun stares at the belt, you should turn it into an Applebee's burger because that's what he's staring at it looking like. But anyway,
Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Can I say that?
Justin says here in the ending, that was an Eddie Guerrero style ending. AJ Styles, he lies, he cheats, he steals. I like the end of this match.
Yeah.
The ref says he
I
heard
heard
the
it.
chair
I
shot.
heard it. No, it wasn't me.
AJ's laying down. No, he said I hit Anderson.
And then you have the thing where, well, fuck it, you're gonna penalize me for it anyway. I'm gonna fucking do it for real.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, double jeopardy. Fuck it, you already found me guilty.
You want to hear a story?
Yeah,
Off
sure.
topic.
So this is a taco story?
No. Well, kind of. So a buddy of mine.
Oh, wow.
Buddy of mine is a cop in a recent city around here, and
In a recent city?
a recent,
So it doesn't exist.
no,
anymore. It's a city. He was
they
a
were
cop
just-
in Constantinople.
in a city around here. Yeah,
fire.
it was
Istanbul.
recently. Recently. So this dude got in an accident with this chick at a stoplight, and they were arguing. And so and the video starts where he pulls up, and the police cam is on the argument, and they're arguing back and forth. And the cop comes out, and you can hear the audio, and the girl screaming. She's like, "And he hit me. He hit me for real. He slapped me." And the cop looked at the dude. My buddy, the cop, looked at the dude and went, Did you hit her? And he's like, "No, I didn't fucking hit her." He's like, "Well, I got to take you to jail." And he's like, "What?" Like, "Yeah, I got to take you to jail, man. By North Carolina law, if a woman says you hit her, I automatically have to take you to jail." So the dude's like, "Seriously? So even if I didn't hit her, I'm going to jail, hit her or not?" He's like, "Yep." And he just railed back and knocked this bitch in the mouth.
No.
Knocked her. He's like, "I'm going to jail anyway. Might as well do it." I mean, probably fucked him up in the long run. I wouldn't have done it, but the
Yeah, I would
story.
say.
Yeah, I thought it was great. It reminded me of that. I don't know. If you
Out of
didn't like it, I don't
context,
care.
we need to know what the woman earned.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
OC cut a promo. We'll talk about them. Bailey and Nikki Cross. Why? Bailey's the SmackDown champ. Can't you do that tomorrow?
I don't see that you squash one half of your tag team women's champions.
Let's just squash all the tags.
You know what?
Fuck them.
I'm good with this.
Cool. I'm good too. Yeah. Here's one I know Brian wants to talk about. Last week, because they do a recap here, but I don't know if you missed it. Walter talked Ray out of retirement.
Yeah, I mean, even when they played that back,
So bad.
it did
The
not
acting was
sound-
horrible.
Yes, right? Thank you.
I remember me and Kara watching like, Jesus Christ, am I drunk? How bad is he?
Not on Ray's part.
No,
not on
the
Ray's part.
son.
Yeah. Dominic doesn't know how to speak. The thing
That's not Dominic.
Well, Walter has a German accent, so
No, but here's
it's
the
hard
thing.
for him to. I mean, I know he knows English.
Here's the thing. I mean, the Ascension suck at this, especially.
Pardon me?
You have to know who's going to say these lines. If these are not words that they would use normally, then they're going to deliver them wrong when they say a line. So if you're a writer, you need to write for the guy that's going to say the line.
Yeah.
It's just simple.
I'm over this one. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you don't make Rick Moranis a gangster, right?
So you have a gripe with Dana Warrior. It sounds like.
Keep firing, assholes.
Good.
It's time for the 8-man tag team turmoil.
Okay, hold on. Stike Mother's saying the Braun and Seth thing is it's a recycled thing from 2007 Michaels and Cena. I wasn't watching then, so I don't know.
No. I wanna correct him again. Because I think he's right. We're not talking about tag champs who are also vying for the big belt. I'm talking about what's new is they're going to defend those tag titles on the same night that they're fighting over the Universal title, or in this case, the big belt.
Mm-hmm.
That's unique. Yeah, there's plenty of other times, like he's saying, Cena's and Michaels are going to fight at the pay-per-view and they win the tag titles. That shit's happened.
Yeah.
It's the other twist.
Yeah.
So we have a Robert Roode, Dolph Ziggler sighting here. Rob, I definitely want to talk about this
Oh God.
because you need to eat a big bag of crow. Oh, by the way,
You eat a big bag of
Yeah,
dicks.
you do, Rob.
yeah. On Thursday, if you listen to the squash, I predicted everything that happened with Braun and Seth and their tag titles and them defending in the same
What the
night
fuck
at
do you
Clash
want
on
from us?
Champions.
You want a goddamn parade? What do you want?
No, I want a Brock party.
Adam was right.
I want a Brock party.
Adam was right.
I want it.
Please
Check the tape.
listen to my
Thank
voice.
you. That's what I want.
Take it from the wise old
He wants you to go
Jew.
buy something on fucking markedoutgear.com.
Speaking segue, brother. Speaking of being right, I had to argue with you two fucking assholes throughout the entire 8-man
I was-
tag team turmoil match.
I was arguing
that
logic.
Ziggler and I was too. That Ziggler and Robert Roode were going to win this because nobody wants to see Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman fight any one of the other teams at Clash of Champions.
Well, I think what's happening
No,
is
but you
they're squashing the division tonight to preserve it later on at Clash of Champions.
We've said that. We've said that a few times. A few times in the past year, we've been like, oh, maybe they're just killing it now to rebuild it and bring it back.
Yeah, they killed
true.
the entire division in one night with a team that's brand new.
First off, let me just put
a real team according to the Street
First
Profits,
off,
Rob.
your logic of, oh, these two would be the perfect two. They would draw tickets. Nobody wants to see Bobby Roode and Ziggler as a tag team. They're so shitty that we couldn't even come up with a funny name for them. I mean, nobody wants to see that.
You're right there. Okay, but
so you wait. You just now give your belts, the tag belts, from an actual tag team to Braun and Seth, right? So tag belts are out of the division, right? And then you're gonna make the number one contender at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view be a brand new Frankenstein tag team. I don't understand this.
Let me explain it to you.
Okay.
It's very, very simple, Rob.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Clash of Champions. Do you want to see Seth and Braun versus the B team?
No.
Okay. Do you want to see them versus the Major Brothers?
Meh.
Maybe
the crowd would react to him.
Hawkins look good tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to see them against the Lucha House Dickheads?
Yes. Yes.
Do you want to see them against the OC?
Yeah, I could see that.
You want to see them against Revival?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yep.
You want to see them against the Raiders?
Yep.
Yeah.
Heavy Machinery?
I wouldn't even mind it. Yeah.
So you're everybody but the B team in Lucha you think should have won over Rude and Ziggler?
Yes.
Okay. I disagree. When you read these 8 teams, who's going to be booked at a pay-per-view? It's going to be Rude and Ziggler.
So you're saying Revival? Are you saying Revival and the Club are not pay-per-view caliber tag teams? Is that your argument?
Any one of these teams against each other?
Is Ziggler and Rude the guy? Wait, no.
Against each other.
I don't even want
yes.
to. I'm not even let you finish here because like Rude has been squashed since he's been on the roster. Rude has been put with everybody else for as a tag. Like this was his 4th tag team, right? So Rude, there's no way that Rude is there's no way you can consider Rude a top card player here, right? And Ziggler, who just comes back, whines and gets beats and feuds. He's not a top card player either. So you got 2 not top card player guys, and you put them together, and all of a sudden you're saying, "Oh, these are the second coming of Jesus."
When he was saying that they were going to win, I was like,
I didn't say second coming of Jesus. I'm saying when you look at the list of these fucking 8
they're
teams,
not the most spectacular. They're not the most.
They're the best one for a pay-per-view.
No, they're
And
not.
let's not
they're
forget-
not.
They're going to curtain jerk a pay-per-view.
no. And
Revival can't. Why? How are they better than Revival in the Club?
Daniel
How?
Price wants to
How are they
offer
better?
Zood, and Bang Bus wants to offer Rudolph.
I'll tell you how
Okay.
Adam knew. He was looking at spoilers.
I what? Fuck.
How? No. I want an explanation here.
That
That
Spoiler
comment you made. I want the comment you made. Are you trying to say that Rude and Ziggler are more equipped for a pay-per-view than the Revival and the Club? Are you serious right now?
I am
Do you know
saying
how
against
asinine?
Braun and Seth.
Yeah.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
No.
If it's the New Day, yeah,
No,
go
it's-
ahead, Revival.
It's like watching
if it's
2
the
top
Usos, Major Brothers. Take 'em.
It's watching 2 top card guys squash 2 lower middle card guys.
It's watching.
Seriously,
it's
they're-
watching Ziggler get on the card
They're-
versus any one of these teams.
It's
That's what the
you're
bottom
so
line
wrong,
comes to.
man.
I'm
You're
so wrong. They
you're
fucking
so wrong, man.
You've been telling me I'm wrong all night, and this is the team that
I'm not-
won that I said was going to win before.
No,
the
your
match
logic.
started.
No, fine. You're right, Adam. Fucking, we all glorify your fucking presence. You're right. You
Thank
picked that tag team to win. Now there, can we put that on the fucking shelf and you not have to bring it up and to argue a different point? The point you made was they are the best equipped to go on a pay-per-view against Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins. Not even on paper.
In a
No,
booking
the
scenario
Revival,
on paper.
the Club. No, it's not. You're wrong. You're wrong, bro.
Dolph just lost to
I'm
Goldberg.
sorry, man. You are so fucking wrong. Like, there should be a new word invented for the level of wrong that you are right now. It is so hilariously wrong.
On the board, Justin says, "You're right, Rob. Nobody wants to touch Ziggler and Rude with a 10-foot heavy iron pole." Rude and Zig are good on the mic. Iron Med says makes sense to put them together. Yeah, but he says if Rude and Zig don't win, it's a waste of time. I agree, and that's why I think they're going to win. Yeah, the Revival are so little, Iron Med says. It's just...
Well, they might win just because there's obviously going to be something going on with Braun and Seth, right?
They might.
So it's not like they're going to be a cohesive
Fine.
team.
I don't argue that they might win. I don't think they will. I don't argue that they might win. My argument is that it should not be them.
Right.
And Adam's argument is completely in outer space
I am on Rob's
360
side.
Trump dementia land.
I'm on Rob's side.
No surprise there, Brian. Stike says, I wanted to see Seth and Braun versus the Raiders. And Soji says, I wouldn't have minded seeing Heavy Machinery, but that's me. I'm not, by the way, just for the record, I'm not on board with this pick as a I
don't
agree
care
with it
I don't
fan-wise.
care about your fandom here. Your
My
objective
critic
your
is
objective
this.
review is completely asinine.
Okay.
I mean, it's
I
one
called
of the
it right by my logic, but
it's
you're
one of
saying
those
it's asinine.
It's
so
one of
that's
those
fine.
things you say where I'm like, man, as friends, such good friends that every once in a while he says something. I'm like, how would I even? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
I don't even know him.
right.
I don't even know him.
I say the same thing in my head. I'm like, how am I doing a show with a guy that didn't see this coming?
Okay. No, again, you took it back off the shelf. You had to bring that back up. You can't defend your other point. You got to use that as your win. Now,
Closing out. You
I'm
good.
good.
Hit the
I'm
button.
good. What? Are we
got one
done?
more.
Yo
We got
soy
one
bueno.
more.
Yo soy bueno.
We got one more because mixed in here toward the end was the season 1 DVD commercial for Firefly Funhouse. That's just what it felt like. It felt like call now and we'll send you season 1 plus a Ramblin' Rabbit
It looked like
plush toy.
It looked like a short video you'd see between Robot Chicken episodes on Adult Swim.
Exactly.
Like Tim and Eric.
Yeah,
Tim and Eric.
very Tim and Eric. No, look, it's still as good as Raw I think has gotten, or the product has gotten in general in the last couple months, and I think it has. You can argue with me, it's fine. Firefly Funhouse is still one of the best things they got going. So this video, even if it is a retread, just kind of put together in a video package, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's great.
I
Great.
enjoyed it because we kind of Fiend doesn't have a title. He's probably not involved in Clash. Finn's gone. He didn't kill a legend tonight, so what else are they going to do?
Yeah.
On Twitter, he actually said that he wanted to go after Sting.
He did say that.
Dana Price says Fiend's quickly becoming a cartoon. They're going to oversaturate it. I want to address something. I don't know a lot of things, but I do know some things. And when you say the comment, they are going to oversaturate it, I want to let you know right now that they are not, because this character is 100% Bray Wyatt. The production and the scripting, everything about this. I mean, they might give ideas, but everything about this is Bray Wyatt.
Well, and they edit, of course.
And he's very much demanding that he's allowed to run it his way. Now, that is something I do know. So if it gets ruined, it's because Bray goes off course, but they're not going to saturate it. They're going to give it just enough, I think. Just enough. That's it. That's my feeling there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm good.
Yo soy bueno.
All right, I'm good too. That's it.
Okay.
Wrap
Is that
shit up,
for the
Pete.
goods?
Wow.
Yeah.
We're going to give you what you want.
Kinda.
Something new.
Eh.
Something fresh.
We know
In
drama.
the coming weeks and months, you will be seeing new.
USA. Chris Lee.
Recorded live from the White Table
Going to
Studios.
prison, Chris Lee.
It's the Smarky Awards.
All right.
We know Daniel Price. We know.
So here we go. The game where Rob always wins and the points really don't matter. No, of course.
No, that's absolutely true. That's
Yeah.
the. Finally, he admitted it. Check the tape. Right?
No, that's completely satire. What are you
No.
talking about, Adam? You guys have just as much a chance to win as I do.
There's a whole rule book. There's a whole scoring system. We have it planned out after yeah.
Yep. Okay. So the topics tonight are going to be Match of the Night, Pink Slip Award, your favorite current storyline, the Pusher Barrier Award, and the MVP of the night. I'm sure Brian is filling out his as we speak.
We have
Well,
gotten
you know.
some really good names of the awards. Very unique. A lot of production time put into these EP.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. I worked on them all.
Well, our intern's doing a great job also.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, intern.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
He's over there doing his thing.
Good.
Yeah,
for
it's
Help us
Kevin.
out.
He couldn't get a new shirt, so
Is
we
it
took him
Kevin?
off camera.
him. Okay. Match of the night. We're gonna start Adam. Match of the night.
Might not be a popular choice, but Cesaro and Cedric I thought was better than the two good King of the Ring matches. Cesaro, man, could fucking wrestle a broomstick. And Cedric's no broomstick, so it looked great.
I'm
Wait.
I'm gonna give you a point.
I have to throw the flag on this one.
Okay.
Okay. My answer
Yeah.
was also Cedric and Cesaro. However, it was only because that's when the fucking sling fucked up, and we didn't even fucking watch it.
We absolutely
No,
watched
we
it.
missed so much of that shit.
It was that
we
commercial.
missed so much of it.
Hey,
so
hey,
you
let it go.
are being a false prophet.
Let
No,
it
it
go.
went to commercial.
Hey, just let it go. Let it
Remember,
go.
that's
Adam,
what-
Adam, I'm asking you right now to let it go. Okay.
Why? Because he plugged Sling.
Dude,
They didn't
just
pay
let,
us.
just let it go. Can't you just do me that favor? Can
No.
you just
Let it go.
Do you know our relationship?
Okay, apparently. Match of the night for me.
Should've been a Roddy.
I thought Ricochet and Drew was just an absolute fucking barn burner, whatever cliche thing. It was fucking fabulous. And I thought not only just because Ricochet is a great performer, but Drew looked so good in this match and helped Ricochet. They helped each other look amazing.
That's a fantastic answer, Rob.
Yeah.
I hate you, Brian.
All right, so 3 points for me. Brian got 2.
Thank you.
On the board, match of the night, Rocky says Ricochet and Drew. Soji says Ricochet and Drew. Justin says Ricochet and Drew. Bang Bus says Omega versus Pac, even though it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah,
you're getting ahead of yourself.
I like it.
Okay.
Oh, Soji, we forgot something.
What?
Rob, cue the music. We forgot to talk about this. I didn't write it down because I was so enthralled with it.
Oh, okay.
I really did forget about this.
Brief
so
intermission.
the Fox Sports guy, what was his name? Tim Stone?
I don't know.
Evan Stone.
Speaking of that,
He became 24/7 champion by defeating, was it Drake Maverick or was it Truth? I can't keep.
It was
fucking
Drake
track.
Maverick,
It's like
yeah.
a
Elias walked
hot
away.
potato, and then Elias beat him. And him and Truth had some
Apparently
work
it
banners.
was Rob Stone.
Rob
But
Stone.
Yeah.
I want to
Rob
mention
Stone
this. No,
in.
do
Bob
not
Stone.
do not mute that music.
I was gonna do a Bob Stone porn reference, but it's okay.
That's
Evan Stone.
yes.
Okay.
We have been playing this music since the fucking title started. They did a little bit of a Benny Hill like promo.
It's not the first time they fucking took in our shit.
It was their
It's
digital
not the first
juice
time
version.
they've stolen shit from us either.
Yeah.
Fuck you, WWE. Pay us.
Who's listening?
Nobody.
Is that you, Golda? Next award. You ready, bro?
Oh, we're going to next one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, back to it. Next award is going to be the Pink Slip Award. I'll start this one. I'll go ahead and give it out. I would give the Pink Slip to Natty. And not
Oh,
because
his name was Rob Stone, by the
Rob
way.
Stone.
I can't believe we didn't remember that.
I'm Rob Stone. Did you order a pizza? So I'm going to give it to Natty, and not necessarily for anything she did, but just because it's like, okay, this has happened. You served your purpose. Now please go away.
Yeah.
All right. So
Back to catering. With
So there's, I'm going to give myself, where's the points at? I'm going to give myself 3 points. I think it's a 3-pointer.
Get your Roddy button ready for me whenever.
Rob, that's an excellent answer. I just wanted to say.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Brian, go ahead, man.
You know what? I'm going to give my pink slip to this best friend version, also this coffee-loving Nikki Cross character that we've got going on still. I thought this one would be – oh, thank you. I thought this one would be long dead when
Right.
she got called up on Raw, but what?
Go ahead.
I want her to have the pink slip so that she can go back to NXT and be crazy again.
Okay. I need to wipe away your 3 points.
Excuse me.
Because I think
you're back to 0.
'cause I think,
Why?
I think that deserves
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this message.
Wow.
4 points for Brian.
But I am honestly – I am blown away. Thank
Wow.
You're welcome.
Yes.
I
I deserve the Roddy.
you. What?
Okay.
No.
What's your pink slip?
My pink slip is for a guy that hasn't even debuted yet, technically. But Dominic, man. Sorry, dude. I don't know what you look like in the ring, but you need to stop talking.
I give you 3.
Oh, man.
It was good. It was a good one. It was a good one.
All right, on the board.
Yeah.
Pink slip, Bailey and Nikki for Rocky. Sasha's promo for Iron Meds. I
Okay.
agree. Even though I liked the message, I didn't like the way it was delivered. Justin, pink slip, OC and War Raiders. Thanks for DQing yourself. That was weird. We didn't really talk about that.
Yeah.
It kind of protected both of them, though, I think.
I think it could set up a good little rivalry with a TV rivalry.
Both.
Let your tag division fight each other. Please, God.
Yeah. why not?
Please. Yeah.
We took the belts away from you. Now you can fight.
Yeah.
Nikki Storm and her wardrobe malfunction.
I didn't see
Iron
that.
Med says, Who is Nikki Storm?
I
Does he
saw-
mean Tony or Nikki Cross? I'm confused. Who Nikki Storm
I don't know.
is.
I saw one of the Revival's wardrobe malfunction tonight. Who was
Oh,
that?
yeah.
It wasn't necessarily a wardrobe
It was a
malfunction.
bad camera angle on the taint.
Who was that?
Dawson.
It was a Dawson. Just got completely got G-stringed.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was just not friendly.
You can see him like doing
Friendly
Kegels.
at all.
Oh, God. We done?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah. Flush white. move on.
Favorite current storyline. I'll go last. Adam. Favorite current storyline.
I mean, it's a softball. Not going to give me more than a coin, but I'm glad King of the Ring's back.
All right, I'll give you one.
That's his favorite story.
Like I said, it's a softball.
It's a
I'm gonna
positive
give
one.
one.
Brian?
I guess so. You know what? Honestly, the whole
You don't like it? Wait, you
No,
said that.
I do,
Okay,
but it's
okay.
not my favorite.
Thought you were
My
shitting
favorite
on
God
it.
one-
damn, man.
Braun and
The
Seth.
angry robot over here.
Braun and Seth. Bender.
Kiss my shiny middle ass.
Yeah.
This is very intriguing, having them as champions and Braun just seemingly going after every single title. This is something that I had called weeks ago and told Adam. Just
You're such full of shit. I called this on Thursday, and you said it wasn't. Don't give him any coins. He disagreed with the entire point on Thursday, and now he's stealing it tonight to get coins. Fuck you both.
Well,
You get 2. You get 2 points.
Thank you.
All right.
You should go back and listen.
My favorite current storyline is the storyline of when Brian asked me to rewind a portion of Raw because we fast forwarded past it so he could watch the match, and then for the first 7 minutes of the match he was down in his phone.
No.
That was my favorite story.
Not true.
I watched you the whole fucking time.
Well, I'm trying to, get out there on fucking
no, good for
social
you.
media, man.
I'm just gonna call you on your shit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give myself a Roddy there.
This is Roderick Strong, and I approve this method.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Fave stories on the board. Sasha and King of the Ring for
Yeah.
Soji.
Yeah.
Roddy versus Lisp for Bang Bus. Whatever storyline gets Buddy Murphy more TV time for Jessork.
King
Yeah.
Murphy.
And Rocky, somebody's siding with me. Dolph and Robert Roode.
Gotta puke!
He said it's his fave story.
Come on.
The glorious show-off.
Okay.
You disrespectful, stupid idiot.
All right, next one's going to be the push or bury, and I'll start this one out. Push or bury award. I'm going to give I usually go with the bury. I don't like going with the bury, but I feel like I got to go with the bury.
I
So
bet you're going to take mine.
the bury award goes to the Revival. You have buried the Revival. So contracts up, 2 points.
No, they re-signed.
Did they?
No.
No, OC
No.
did. Club did.
Club did.
Revival still hasn't signed.
Revival, they tacked on
Extra time.
to one of them and not the other.
Right,
Yeah.
I've been hitting the head.
Rob, I'm going to expand your burial.
Ooh, cool.
The entire fucking tag division.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it.
This is Roderick Strong, and I
Last
approve
week,
this method.
Frankenstein wins. This week, Frankenstein is number one contender.
God, this is. I don't.
You know,
I hate it.
Girl, you know it's
look,
true.
I was such a fan of tag team wrestling back when I was a kid watching WWF. You know, the Rockers and Hart Foundation and the Samoan SWAT team, and there's so many great tag teams that were built back in the day. Tito Santana and Rick Martel. I mean, great fucking tag teams, and they were designed tag teams. It was so much fun to watch these tag teams go. You know, the Rockers were always fucking the bridesmaids. Never could get over. Just really good storylines.
The Eliminators.
Yeah, in WCW in the older days, you know, I'm talking more like the late 80s, early 90s. I loved it back then. Midnight Express and fucking Freebirds and the other Midnight Express and Tully and Arn. You know, just some really good programmed tag teams that worked really good and told great stories, and it was so much fun.
now everybody's a Genetti.
Why can't we have it? Why can't we have a tag team division that means something and is fun again? Why can't we have this?
I'll tell you where you can find that.
And there's two
Rob,
fucking divisions.
Adam.
AEW.
AEW, my friend.
Is it next to Phoenix's broken leg?
Wednesdays, brother.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Who just gave
Well,
that was
actually,
yours.
he's not just right because it's AEW on Wednesdays. It's NXT too. We're gonna have all the tag team pleasures.
Yeah, but NXT isn't doing anything with their tag belts, right? Kinda.
Who knows right now?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never gave my. What are we on?
Yeah, you sure Barry.
No,
push over. Yeah,
push.
oh.
King Corbin. King Corbin. The guy looked great. He cut a fucking awesome promo afterwards. Was just fucking chilling in the throne with the crown on. Awesome.
Yeah. I wish I could. It doesn't
He's got
excite
a
me.
new look.
Doesn't excite me. He's been.
Okay, but you can't disagree that they're not pushing him, right? He's a very strong push on this episode of Monday
If
Night
he
Raw.
wins the next match, it's definitely a push.
Okay, but this is about tonight. I can't tell the future, Rob.
No, you're right. You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
So
I think Braun was the biggest push of the night. I mean, he got a title opportunity, and he's going to be defending the tag titles.
he lost.
Okay.
He didn't
Well,
win.
he
But by
was-
crook.
All right, well,
But
he
by
wasn't
crook,
successful.
Yeah.
He wasn't
He was
successful
standing
in his
tall
quest
at the end.
of the U.S. title.
The board. Can we do a board push and bear real quick?
Pusher Barry, Barry Heavy Machinery, Barry Natty's for Justin, Heavy Machinery's for Rocky. Phoenix leg isn't broken. He wrestled the next night. He's fine, Adam. I know it's
Okay.
sarcasm. There was lots of reports that it was, and we thought it was a big blow, but it's not.
Okay. Let's see here. The final one is going to be the MVP.
The big MVP. Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't pick him for best match, but Ricochet. I thought he brought the crowd into that match just as much as him and like Drew did, but the fan. I mean, you even saw when he hit the 630, everybody was standing on their feet, at least camera side.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was great. New Orleans is a tough city, and Ricochet had him eating out of his hand.
Yeah, Ricochet's just. I mean, he's just an amazing performer. He just is.
Yeah.
He's like AJ circa 15
And
years ago.
that's not to say that he can't get better or that he probably won't get better. I think he will get better in many ways, even ways that we might not think he needs to get better.
They're limiting him on the mic like they should, but I hope he gets a better promo.
Yeah.
He had a few promos tonight.
I'm just saying I hope he gets a better promo.
I don't think he's
not terrible.
Yeah, he's not a bad promo, but there are times where he can get a little cringe.
Yeah.
So you think he's going to look better with a fucking crown and his goddamn, what is this called?
He's not going to be
A
king. It's
a
King
serp-
Corbin, motherfucker.
What is this thing called?
The
back on top
the
of
scepter.
like
Scepter.
A scepter.
Jesus Christ.
Last
Brian
Starfighter.
has
Scepter.
the worst vocabulary of anybody.
Well,
You see that reference I just did?
I disagree.
The Last Starfighter. The
Oh,
scepter. Give me my scepter.
the Star Wars?
No, the Last Starfighter.
I saw the trailer for the new one.
The new Last Starfighter.
No, Star Wars.
Oh, the Obi-Wan. Is that what it is?
girl?
No, that's
Who's the
the
girl?
TV show.
No,
Oh.
there was one in the movie.
Oh no, the movie that
I
nobody's
saw
gonna go
Good
watch.
Boys. No, I saw Good Boys,
Epi-
and they played it.
Episode. What is it?
It's the
9?
last George
Episode 9.
Lucas one, right?
MVP's on the board. Jess Wark says Cedric. MVP for Rocky was Braun. Street Profits for Justin. They brought the smoke. Barry the Revival, very late for Soji. He must be in a time warp with Rhonda. And
The Conan
Rocky,
Armada.
Rocky wants to. He says Scepter, Brian.
Scepter. Is that really how you spell it?
I already said
Yes.
scepter.
No, I
SC?
know, but he wants to.
You need the scepter to defeat the Conan Armada.
Yeah.
Yes,
like
that is how
SEP.
Scepter is pronounced or spelled.
Scepter.
Well,
Give me my scepter so I can shove it up your beep.
my MVP was Drew.
Okay,
For the record.
Okay, yours is Drew.
Yes. Guy looked great. I don't care if he fucking lost the match.
I'll give you a point for that. All right. What's your MVP, Adam?
I thought I already gave it Ricochet.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, low-hanging fruit. Oh,
all right.
2 points more than me.
I don't think he did great. I wouldn't call him the MVP. That's why you got two.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think Braun is hands down the MVP tonight. Tonight was a Braun episode, so I'm gonna give myself 3.
But are you just forgetting that Braun was like? And by the way, where the fuck is Bobby Lashley? We need to bring back our missing persons report.
Gun.
Last he's hurt.
Is he
He had surgery.
Yeah.
on his scalp?
Gone.
He had scepter implants.
Wait, and also
He got
isn't his
he got hit by a
contract-
blunt object scepter.
Are they going to add time to his contract? Because I thought he was coming up soon.
I thought he was leaving to go do fighting again.
That's what I'm saying. But lately they've been
He
doing
is fighting.
I mean,
He's in WWE.
shoot fighting.
Oh.
fighting for his
What
hairline.
do you mean, man?
What's that mean?
Kayfabe.
What? Kayfabe, brother.
Next.
So the final results here for tonight's is going to be Adam. Brian. Brian third place tonight with 11.
Fuck.
Adam has
Right where you belong, Brian.
Adam has a kick-ass score of 14 points for the Smarkies.
14.
And
the
it just-
difference is I fill it out ahead of time,
yeah,
Brian.
you know, it's crazy. It's just like I got 15. I win. It's so
I knew it.
yeah.
Hey, Brian, at least you might have a chance against me for second place
It's still
if
real
you
to me,
fill out
damn
your
it.
sheet ahead of time.
Well, actually, tomorrow night.
Looks like you wrote Cactus Jack on your sheet for some of those things.
So
Match-
you know
match
you,
of the
what
night
year
was
do you think
Cactus
it
Jack.
is?
so this is for you two losers.
Yeah.
Get nothing.
Oh.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to markedoutgear.com and get something then.
Markedoutgear.com. 10%
I don't
off.
need your fucking charity. Rob. I'll
Hashtag
get my own
marked
shit.
out. 1 word or 2 words. Hey, for real.
Yeah, for real. I'll buy it myself.
Brian's supposedly doing this new series on there for shirts, but it's been like 3 months since.
Oh yeah, we made this big push tonight for it, Brian. You better update that shit and get those.
Yeah, you know what?
shirts
We're
designed.
gonna update it. We're gonna take some things off of there.
The
we're
moveset series.
we're gonna streamline it a little bit.
We're gonna do that.
There's yeah.
We're gonna do that.
Oh, what else are you gonna do, Rob?
I thought we were gonna do the
Oh
moveset
yes,
series.
it's coming out.
Yeah?
It's coming out.
Okay.
I thought it was called our signature series, Rob.
See,
Is it signature
that's
series?
That's why we have to
we have to
speak
talk
to our
about it.
intern. We have to see if they can help us with some things on the back end. So yeah,
Yeah, we
Okay.
got
Don't
to
worry.
also
We
make
got some-
sure
we got
whatever
some
we
cool
do,
shit coming out.
we have to differentiate between present and past tense.
Yeah. Okay.
What does that mean?
I hope you have enjoyed.
You know what I mean.
Okay. I hope you have enjoyed our podcast.
Rob wants to leave.
Yeah. We all got to get up early. Brian's got to be up at 5.
The studio finally isn't like swamp ass level, and you just
No,
like,
it's nice
yeah,
here.
It feels good right now.
right? And
Yeah.
you're like, let's leave.
You got to go. I'm tired.
All right, fuck it.
All right, so from our family to yours.
You're not my family.
What's my catchphrase?
Make like a banana.
Really?
Oh, from our family to yours, mark out like no one is watching.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by U-Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.